Hello guys, I'm Ala and today I'm going to talk about my story, how I learned German quickly. By quickly, I don't mean 2 weeks or 1 month because I don't think that anybody can learn German in such a short amount of time. I am talking about a realistic time in which you can communicate very well. It took me almost 10 months to be able to speak very well in German. After 10 months, I could communicate or I could understand more than 90% of the conversations I was having with someone, and I was almost able to understand or to express everything I want to say. Mittlerweile bin ich in Deutschland seit ungefähr 6 Jahren. Ich spreche ganz gut Deutsch und ich habe auch kaum Akzent. Wie ich das geschafft habe, können wir zusammen in diesem Video rausfinden. Es ist kein einfacher Weg, aber es ist auch nicht unmöglich oder so. I have 6 tips or things for you that you have to practice to do very well in a short time. Tip number 1, the mindset. I don't want to talk so much about the psychological aspect of learning something new or learning a language, but I think that it is very important to mention what was my mindset when I started learning German, because I think it played a very big crucial part in my learning journey. I have made some commitments that I promised myself to stick to when I started. The commitment number 1, baby steps. Don't expect too much after a short amount of time. It's very important. It's like working out. You cannot see the results instantly. Commitment number 2, you will have bad days. You will have bad days whether you want or not. It's okay. You can do less on those days, but don't let them take you down. And very important, don't make new decisions when you are having a hard time. Commitment number 3 is don't seek perfection. Like when you're trying to have a conversation with somebody or when you're trying to practice the things you've learned, please don't be perfect. Make mistakes. It's a very important part in the learning process. The last commitment is trust your abilities. Like, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna have bad days, but at the same time, please trust your abilities and trust yourself and trust the process. Now, enough with the motivational, emotional part. Let's start with practical tips. Tip number 2, find the teaching source. You have to find a school, an online course, or maybe even a book as a main part of your learning journey. The idea behind that is not to learn everything from it. For me, the idea is that you have something to track your learning process. Something that makes you feel committed to learning, or something that makes you feel secure about your process. Something that has a start and an end to reach a certain level. For example, when you wake up, you know that you've done already 10 pages of the book and there is still 90 pages to do, so you have something to track. Or maybe you still have 2 months of school in order to reach the level X. It's a kind of feeling that gives you motivation and security and keeps you on track. Tip number 3, watch movies with German subtitles. This is one of the most important things I did when I was learning German. Unfortunately, you're not gonna watch the movie for the pleasure of its plotline. You are gonna watch the movie and enjoy the learning process while watching. I know it does not sound that good, but you have to deal with it. Life is hard sometimes, my friend. I did the following. I searched for a subject that provided me with vocabulary I was interested in learning. So if I want to learn something about hospitals and diseases, I would watch something about medicine. So search for a topic that you are interested in, and then here comes the important part. If the movie is 1 hour long, you have to watch it in minimum 2 hours, because you have to do the following. Whenever you realize that an important word was used, you have to pause the movie, take a look at the sentence, pick out the important word and write it down. What will you then do with this word? You will find out in tip number 4. Be careful here. You have to trust your feeling. Don't learn unnecessary words. Don't waste your time and energy to learn, for example, what Getriebe, Sand, Schüttel, Maschinenreiniger means, because Getriebe, Sand, Schüttel, Maschinenreiniger means gear, sand, shaker, cleaner, and nobody wants to understand what gear, sand, shaker, cleaner is in the early stage of learning German, or as a matter of fact, in any stage of learning German. Just remember to pick the right words, or maybe the important words for you and your level and your lifestyle. Tip number 4, use index card. Please use index card if you want to improve your language skills. So you have collected a couple of words from the movie, or maybe from the 10 minutes of the movie that you already watched. Please don't write so many words. Limit yourself to maybe 10 or 20 words per day so you can learn more effectively. On the first side of the index card, write the new word. On the other side, write the meaning of the new word in German and the meaning of the word in your preferred language. After this, write a sentence using the word as an example. I think that's enough for now, but if you want to go a step further like I did, you can write the synonyms of the word, or maybe the opposite meaning of the word if it has one. For example, the word fast has the opposite meaning, slow. Wow. For me, this is the most efficient way to learn new vocabulary, because you are firstly hearing the words, and then you are writing them down, and then you are watching them, all while spending time analyzing the meaning. Believe me, it will be very hard to forget the meaning of the word after some practice afterwards. Tip number 5, sing songs when you are alone, please. Trying to sing the lyrics of a German song is a hilarious way to learn new vocabulary. It is very good to understand the context of words, and it is very good to learn or to practice the right pronunciation of them. And it's also an entertaining way to absorb more input without feeling like forced to do it. But be careful, don't choose the very first suggestions on YouTube when you are searching for famous German songs, because you're gonna end up learning horrible songs that most Germans hate. A mistake I ended up doing. The last tip of this video is Tandem. This step is optional. If you can find someone to practice the things you learned, it can benefit you a lot because you will improve faster. But if not, don't worry, you will get better with time. I didn't really have anybody to talk to in the first year, yet I was able to practice by chatting and using the internet, and I did very well with these sources. So you can do also. That's actually it. It's simple. It just needs some time and some commitment from you. So set a time to start, find the main teaching source, buy some index card, bring your pen and your Netflix subscription, and here you go. I hope you enjoyed the video and got some helpful tips from it. I wish you a very successful journey while learning. Please subscribe to the channel and support me to make more videos. If you have some questions, you can write them in the comment section and I will try to answer them all. Peace.